Hello, peeps. I am Tidbit. Me and my figures are girls, and today's showcase is of Leo Prime from the Legacy line specifically. And the Legacy line also had a nemesis, Leo Prime, which leads me to say and complete the quadrilogy that the only Nemesis Prime that I have ever owned is this one, with some kinda spoilery axes using the different blast effects to imply movement. So enough about completing the quadrilogy. There's Nemesis. So let's get back to Leo, and we'll do kind of like a walk and talk. We'll try and look for a robot while doing articulation, because it's a beast. So we've got some armored bits back here while we rotate up here, rotate down here, and have an ankle tilt that goes a long ways. We can move the tail a bit, and you can easily just say, with this part and this part, it's just a lion wearing armor. And then up front, the legs only really move forward and backwards, but they can rotate about here, and it's not like they're defenseless. They have claws and claw. So if you like claws, you can get an art claw for free. And then, up here, the only thing we really see is, honestly, with this next part of being able to move all of these bits to kind of do a dinosaur move or reptile and just be like, I'm bigger, I'm scarier. We can very obviously see there's like hands up in the mane, which you could easily just say it's like, oh, it's something she had for she? But this is a manly male lion with a huge mane. First off, not all lions with manes are male. And secondly, I'll give you a hint. This is a robot. There's a robot up in here. And robots don't really have gender. And I have chosen that they all are female here. So please, shut. And while you're thinking about what you have done and what you say to other people, let's get on with the transformation. And we'll start with the hardest part of the transformation. You have to take this panel up and off of two hidden points, because there's the peg just on this side here, and then there's this back peg here that goes into there. Once you have that done, you'll be able to move it up and just rest it along the edge here. And then we'll be able to remove this back panel from its 4 slots, because these are also mirrored on the other side, which gives you access to guns, which we will talk about later in robot mode. But this is as much transformation as you need to get these guns here. So, on with the rest of it. Take this panel in the back end and just move it up, like so, because it has a tab here that goes into a slot there. Next, take the legs and just kind of rotate at the top point, rotate at the foot, and extend the leg down, and then here's your knee joint. And you do the same on both sides. Spin, spin, extend, and you have these heel spurs out, which can hide away in animal mode, and I have recorded this video too many times to go and fix that. Next, we are taking this piece off of this peg and this spot here, and rotating the arm back, and you do that on both sides, which then allows you can see there's this gray piece down here behind this white lip. And there, we're going to take this side. It's always this side because it has the teeth. We're going to take that and move it out and away so we can just kind of deconstruct the entirety of this side. Because you can see there is a porthole here and a tiny peg right there. And that's how it connects to there. And we'll peel this side away as well. But before we join these together, we got to take this white belly, move it out, flip up the head, rotate it around, and fold it back. And boom, there's the head. Cannot wait till the end to reveal your face, can you? But next, we use these little red tabs in these spots to click in, fold this side, and then fold this side so it goes over the teeth. Then just squeeze it all together, and then just deal with the arms, because they are in transformation kind of in this position. So you'll want to extend it out, hold the gray, rotate it around, flip out the hand, fold this back till it clicks, and then rotate the white till it's about here. So when the arm is like that, it is to the back. And you do that on both sides. And then finally, the cleverest piece of engineering is how they did the shoulder mechanics. This long yellow bar, you just rotate, and then it goes around the peg that's holding this part in, and boom, you've moved the front of the lion head to the side. Next, just take this back piece and then fold it down. It doesn't click into anything, so it just sits here. Fold this shoulder over. It also doesn't click into anything. And finally, you won't be surprised by this. This rolls over and doesn't click into anything. But there is, on the red part here, a slider. As you can see, it compresses, pulls out. So when you have it at the spot you want, you're going to go over the back piece with this part of the fur when you're sliding. And boom, here is Leo Prime all transformed. And I really like how all of this is done. You can also, if you want to compact everything, you can just take the tail and just fold it up into there. Like it retracted or something, because it's got like the same end here. And I really like this because it's got all the fun gimmicks of like a previous figure from a long time ago. Oh gosh, I just called my childhood a long time ago. But, because there's all these different little features, most of them in the arms. Like, you can take the foot, move it out, and pull out the spike. Or you can take the tuft of fur, move it forward, and take one of these guns that are hiding up in here and put them in, since they are standard port size. Or you could put them in the hand to make room for the extra guns that are in the back. I like to keep them back here because then it looks like a jetpack, but you can take them out. They're just on two spots. They have a hole up here for this little peg, and they have their little handles that go into the little slots back there. But these are not standard port size, and they definitely don't go into the side of the gun here, even though that would be pretty cool. But they can go in hexagonal standard ports. Like so. And boom, it fits. And then you have a stabber, you have a gun, you have a gun. And that's all one arm. You can do the exact same thing on the other side and probably just open up the matrix door just to style on them. And look at that matrix. It's not removable, but it is blast effect compatible. So light your darkest hour in however you want. I personally use Ratchet's little gears because it looks funny. And yeah, I just love all the little classic gimmicks. I love how many little guns she comes with to just like armor up herself or other characters, because they have port here on the side of the leg that you can put stuff in. They got port on the bottom of their feet, which should be standard. But we're not here to talk about compatibility and stuff like that. We're here to talk about what you can do with your own figure without any other things. A fan mode. So let's get on with that. First, what we are going to do is we're just going to put all the guns up on the lion's head. And see, little side gun, if you hold the head still, goes into port on the side, and it angles up at a bit, which is always how it gets me. So all the guns are there. Just fold that blade in. But an important part is to loosen these bits here and fold them straight out like that. Next, what we are going to do is pull out the lion head, rotate the shoulders back, and put it in this configuration right here. But we take these little panels for the tail, rotate them up, and then take this back panel and just slide it kind of down over to be kind of like a little shelf or a roof. Next, we are going to open up the chest. So you're going to want to take this blue side, grip from up here, and just open her up. Disconnect the shoulders like so that way we can move this white part, spin it around, but then just kind of disconnect the head and leave it there. Take the chest piece and close it as far as you can till it looks about like this. Next, take the arm, rotate it at the shoulder, rotate it at the bicep, so that way the elbow is pointing towards the rest. Take the white part, rotate it down, rotate the foot down, and remember, the tuft of hair is supposed to be rotated like so. And then take the hand, disconnect it, and put it away. Do all of that on the other side as well. Here's what it looks like when you do all of that process from this angle. And you might be able to tell what's going on here because we are at the final parts, the legs. Just rotate at both the spinning points, fully engage the ankle tilt, make sure this little heel is out, and then bend at the knee point and rotate up. Do all of that for the other side, and then you're able to see what it is. Just make sure these legs are connected to the ground. And here we have a defense platform, because I really like doing these. These are fun. How do you make it look sturdy and solid, but also filled with a lot of guns? And there's even more you can do, because you can have these tufts of fur with guns on the underside. You can stick guns in the hands over here that can rotate around. There's just a lot you can do with this one specifically. You can even change out these guns because it's a standard port size and it's really fun. And so, here is the defense platform. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support me, you can like the video, you can comment your thoughts, you can share it around, you can check out the playlist for previous showcases, and you can subscribe to be notified when new videos come out. Bye-bye!